For what seems to be the final bit of content for this game, this is probably the best way to wrap up MK11. About an hour or two ago, at the time of this recording at least, NetherRealm Studios had just revealed their next bit of content in the form of Kombat Pack 2. In which at first glance, by comparison, this is a lot smaller than the original Kombat Pack, but when you really consider aftermath, I feel like it does all add up nicely. And as far as the selection goes, I think they've pretty much nailed it as far as the fan favourites are concerned. First and foremost, we do have the return of Rain, in which many people believe that NetherRealm have been shafting this character ever since MK9 when he wasn't in the initial release and then he was just completely scrapped from MKX. And despite of the many relentless taunts from Ed Boon and co, it does seem like they did eventually cave in into releasing Rain as part of Kombat Pack 2. And glancing at his overall redesign as well as a few screenshots from the gameplay, it does seem like Rain is going to be completely revamped. And while I'm not personally the biggest Rain fan, I am glad that he has made it into MK11 because he has been a fan favourite for a very long time, and I do feel like there is plenty of potential to make him actually worth something. Next up, we have quite possibly the character who probably had about as many requests as Spawn at this point, of course being Mileena. And while Mileena is one of my personal favourite characters in the MK lore, I was also willing enough to accept the fact that she wouldn't have an appearance in MK11, but lo and behold, they've actually given everyone what they wanted in the end, which I can really commend NetherRealm for that. And considering how Mileena was included in the previous two NetherRealm games, I do feel like it would have been a fair shot to put her into MK11 at least. I'm a little surprised that they've went back to her Tarkatan face instead of reusing her lips from MKX, but at the same time it does seem as if they're going to lean more towards her Tarkatan nature with her gameplay and whatnot, so it does seem like it made sense in that regard. But at the very least, the voice actress who did her in MKX is coming back for this game, so I am very pleased about that. And last but certainly not least, we do have the guest character in Kombat Pack 2, of course being John Rambo, who I personally think was a no-brainer given that we did have the likes of Terminator and Robocop as our 80s characters. And overall, I do feel like Rambo does fit the mold as far as guest characters are concerned in the MK universe. And it seems like we're going to have all these characters released in just over a month away in time for MK11 Ultimate, which should also be released on next-gen consoles as well as the previous gen, and not only that, it will include pretty much all of the DLC content for MK11, in which at this point all but confirms that this is going to be the final patch of DLC content we're going to have for Mortal Kombat 11. As to which I do believe that the game had a pretty good life cycle overall. But overall, I am really satisfied with the final roster for MK11, and especially with the final 3 characters for Kombat Pack 2. It's pretty much made clear that they have listened to the fans, and they were willing enough to give us exactly what we wanted. And while I had several other characters in mind that I would wish to have seen, like maybe Shinnok or Havoc, there's really nothing I can complain about with these 3 inclusions. And as far as the DLC roster is concerned, I think NetherRealm have really outdone themselves this time around, in a good way. So what are your thoughts on MK11's Kombat Pack 2, and which characters are you most excited into playing once it actually comes out as part of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate? Comment below and share some thoughts, and as always, thank you guys for watching this video, please like and subscribe, take care and have a good one.